This is Tamarah Bartmess. I just am so excited to visit with you guys today. I'm going to wait a bit while we know a few more people jump in live. Let's see, if you're here, just let me know your name, where you're coming in from, so I get to know who we get to visit with today, okay? That would be helpful for me. The other thing that I'm going to do while we wait is I am going to put up a poll. This is also fun for me to get an idea of what is your current rank, like not your current rank, let's say what's your highest rank, because that also helps me gauge how I get to share some information with you guys today. So let me post that for you so you guys can see that, and you guys can take your time to answer that. I'm, again, always excited to do these live webinars every week. It's fun for me to share something that I'm super passionate about, and I'm sure that you guys are super curious about too. So if you guys have, if you, for whatever reason, get kicked off or sidetracked or something else comes up, know that you can always come back and watch the replay, because that will be posted and emailed out to all who register for it, okay? So let me get my slides up for you guys and we'll start. We'll begin this and get right to it. Next hour of information for you, where I get to share with you just this: how to build a diamond team and income in just 10 months without the overwhelm of doing it alone. All right. I am so excited to talk about this because I know so many people who are looking or are curious about a business with doTERRA are looking for, how do I get to diamond? That seems to be like such a big deal, and it is a big deal. And I want to make it easier for you. Okay. I want to make it less daunting and pretty freaking exciting. So, yes, my name is Tamarah Bartmess. I am a Diamond Wellness Advocate and with doTERRA, and I'm also the Pre-Elite Plus program creator. And I absolutely have been blown away this last year by how many people have responded to and received and applied this program to their businesses, and the impact it's having on their businesses. It's so fun to see their growth, their development, and their teams also changing because of it. So the first thing I want to ask you guys to do is to remove some distractions. I know it's super easy in this tech world to get distracted by a phone. I just silenced my phone and moved it to the other area so I don't get distracted by it. I would love for you guys to have a piece of paper and a pen to take notes of whatever comes to your mind as far as insight and ahas to help you make better business decisions for your growing doTERRA business or for what you want out of this, okay? And I hope this will inspire you to know that you can do this. This business is awesome, and anybody really can do this. So I hope that you will take that to heart, okay? I'm guessing that you guys might feel like this today. That for a lot of you, this isn't the first time that you've tried something new to help your business. And this isn't, you've been thinking or like, oh, that will save my business, or that will help my business, or that will make me better. And the first thing I do want to tell you is, if you feel like this picture where you've tried every little tool out there, it's okay. And they haven't worked out. It's totally all right. It's not your fault. There's a lot of information out there, and it can totally get confusing. And many times it just leaves you in that state of information overload. Okay. And that keeps you from taking action, and it keeps you from creating success in your business. And so, does this sound like some of you on this call today? You know, do you feel a little bit like what this picture looks like? You know, some of you also might be in a place in your business where you're concerned and you're wondering if you can even succeed with this whole doTERRA business stuff. You can succeed with network marketing. I really want you to put those fears to rest today. I want you to know you can do this. I believe in you. You just need the right person to explain some things, some key things to you. And sometimes it's the people around us even, who make remarks like, oh, you're never going to be successful at this, or network marketing is a scheme, it's a scam, you don't make money doing this, your oils are a scam, you don't have time for this, and being a full-time employee or a mom or a father, whatever it is, you don't have the skills to be a leader. Like, have you guys had these thoughts or words expressed to you? And sometimes the worst about it all is that nobody tells us this. We tell it to ourselves. It's in our own mind. And we have this negative conversation happening that makes us back away from what could be, because we are so negative towards ourselves. Well, I want you to realize that these people around you that might be super negative towards you, or even your own brain, your logical, rational brain, really, they actually don't want you to succeed. They want you to stay in the norm, in the status quo. They don't want you to change. It's safer if you stay the same. It's safer even if you have to stay the same in struggle, or stay the same in pain, stay in debt, stay in victim mode. It's safer in that place because it doesn't change your life, okay? So the difference with me today is that I actually do care about your success. I care about your personal growth and about you achieving your goals and your dreams through the vehicle of doTERRA. I know there is no other company that you can lock arms with to create a more positive impact on the health of the people around you and the communities of the people around you, and in essence, basically the entire world, because of that trickle effect, the ripple effect. It's going to make a huge impact when you choose to be successful with your doTERRA business. And so we're all better for helping you achieve your dreams of success in doTERRA. So at the end of today's call, I want you to feel like this. I want you to be like, yes, I can do this. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I can do this. I want you to be able to know that you can create financial freedom. You can change the world. You can make an impact. And today I want you to show how you can start making that happen. So does that sound good? Are you guys ready to get into it? Do you have your notes ready? Okay, let's jump in. So my goal for you today is to help you see how, by using Pre-Leap Plus, it's possible for you to build a diamond team and an income so you can have a lifestyle that doesn't just fill your bank account, but it honestly just fills your soul as you connect and as you serve and as you grow in influence for good in your life, okay? And there's probably two kinds of people on this call today. There's people who are brand spanking new to doTERRA as a business builder. And I want you to learn that Pre-Leap can help you grow those skills and the confidence of building your business from the beginning, okay? And for the other group of people on today's call might be people who already have a doTERRA team, all right? This program is going to help you simplify the support you give to your sharers, the development of your builders, and the encouragement of any of your emerging leaders. It's going to be incredibly versatile like that. So today, my goal for our webinar, our next hour or so together, is to help you see that the only way for you to build a diamond and beyond team is through partnering and developing of leaders, okay? This is really important. You can't do this all on your own, and you wouldn't want to. And the second thing I want you to know, that by the end of today's webinar, I want you to feel like the only way for you to build leaders of leaders is through Pre-Leap Plus. This program is so uniquely designed to help build this emerging confidence and this new leadership within everyone that everybody does have. Everybody has the capacity to be a leader. It's just how much are they going to let that come out of them. So I do believe that there is no program available in all of network marketing or doTERRA that I have personally come across that is as versatile and is as multifaceted as Pre-Leap. So if you have the goal of reaching diamond or above rank in doTERRA, you need people who don't just love the product, but you need people who want to partner with you as leaders. And Pre-Leap is the only way for you to systematically build that kind of team of leaders who have those skills, who have the mindset, and who have that mentoring support to start their business off right. Okay. We've learned so much through our trials and errors and mistakes. And that's what this program tries to help people avoid, is those kinds of mistakes. It's kind of like what I'm giving you guys today is kind of like me giving you this huge raw diamond right now and putting it in your lap and saying, are you ready to polish this? Are you ready to make this shine? That's what I'm giving to you guys. And I hope you're super excited to understand the value of this. Okay. So I'm not really a huge fan of bragging, but I do want to help you understand a little bit of my story and how I got to this place today. I am a mom of 5.5 kids. Yes, I'm pregnant with our 6th. And I love my life. I am a wife to a wonderful husband, my man, Jeff. I am a doTERRA Diamond right now, but it took me 2.5 years of hyper focus to get there, and plenty of road bumps. And just a little history of that, I was introduced to the products in doTERRA products in 2011, and I immediately enrolled. I think I became a great sharer. I really had no desire to commit to the business because I was already involved in building something else as a business, but I was totally open to the idea of helping others get their own accounts and helping myself pay for my products. Okay. But, and maybe some of you guys on today's call are in the same place, or were in the same place. One of my resistance to embracing the business was honestly that my husband had a lot of reservations about network marketing. And honestly, I did too. I just didn't recognize it for a while. But I love the products. And I would apologize to people for having to share them in the network marketing way. That I'm so sorry that you have to get these amazing products through a network marketing company. I was just so embarrassed, but we have both come around, obviously. We love doTERRA. We love network marketing. And we love our team. I had a lot of excuses to not build a doTERRA business. Like I said, I was building another business. I was also homeschooling at the time. My husband was traveling. We had just moved to a new state. I didn't know very many people. I was building an online energy healing practice, and I just didn't think I could do it all. Okay. And I had to sort through a lot of things before it took me about 18 months to get to the place of clarity where I finally decided to put my energy and my focus and my attention all into doTERRA. And after that, I soon hit silver. I chose to do Diamond Club, and that was an amazing experience. Because of Diamond Club, I was able to hit gold. And soon after that, I lost 2 legs, which is really hard, but I rebuilt and I went from gold to platinum to diamond in October, November, and December of 2015. So I really love what I do. I have a passion for everything that empowers us in our bodies, in our minds, and our spirits. And that has, whether it's product-based or whether that's business-based and leadership development, I am all about that. I guess you could say I have a pet peeve for the victim mentality. And sometimes I get to victim mode too. I'm not blaming anybody for that need, but I want to empower people. I want to say you have an option. You have a way. Let's create that way. Let's create a solution. So I've been doing this business long enough and been around long enough to know that you all have some struggles going on in your business, right? You probably wouldn't be on this webinar if you had the perfect business. And let me go over just a few of those things that maybe you struggle with as well. Do you struggle with finding new builders? Do you struggle with training new builders? Do you struggle with the overwhelm that comes from both of those things? And the overwhelm that you see your downline probably experiencing in trying to build a business? Do you struggle with mindset and beliefs, how you talk to yourself and how you believe that things can be successful for you? Do you struggle with duplication? How can you help people see that this is possible? So these were also the struggles I encountered for my team. And each time I came across these struggles, I felt compelled to find solutions, or if I couldn't find them outside in other tools around me, I wanted to create them. So it wouldn't be as difficult for my team to grow and to duplicate as it has been for me, honestly. And so there were a couple of moments along the way of my journey where it planted these seeds, where I started to have this process and develop this path of creating Pre-Elite Plus. And I want to share some of those with you just because I really do want you guys to understand where I'm coming from and how awesome this program and impactful this program can be for your team. First, I realized soon after I hit silver, it was at convention in 2013, that as I was sitting there, I was like, I want to be a leader of leaders. This is what I want. And I wanted to step up my game. Then after that, I realized I needed to start preparing for Diamond Club, because that was what I decided to do to step up my game. And as I was preparing for Diamond Club, I realized, oh, I need to encourage people to jump into this biz with me and really help them feel confident in sharing doTERRA too. So that was a big deal for me, okay? And as I sat down, and I created some tools to help do that, all right, for my team so that I could start making headway and progress. And then later on, it was after convention, a year later, that I had a major shift in my focus. I remember waking up in the middle of the night. It was pregnancy insomnia. We had just got home from convention. I was going through our big stack of mail and seeing the leadership magazine, actually. I was flipping through all the Diamond articles there, and I started asking myself, why am I not yet Diamond yet? You know, like, why is this taking so long? And why is this so hard? And maybe you guys have asked yourself the same question in your business. What is the issue here? So what I did that night, in the middle of the night, I sat down at the kitchen table and I started drawing out what a Diamond team structure looks like, you know, with all the 4 silvers and then the 3 elites under each of those. That I started filling in the names of my team. And as I sat back and I looked over it all, it really became very clear to me that if I wanted to be a Diamond, I needed to have more elites on my team. And that sparked the idea of creating a way to support and to build these 12 elite teams to become Diamond. And that is what we did. We started an elite challenge program. It was focused on helping people learn the basics of the product and the business. It had a lot of activity and informational, activity, and teams were growing, and we reached Diamond with that kind of support. But what I realized, even after I developed that program and it helped us move forward, it wasn't helping people develop into leaders. Okay, so they knew information, but they weren't applying it. And they still had what you call stinking thinking, like their mindsets weren't there. Okay. And they needed support in that. And maybe you guys have seen this on your team too. Like some people just stagnate and you want to see them move forward and it's just something's not clicking. Okay. So when I saw that this was happening, it did slow down our team duplication for a bit, and I decided to revamp that Elite Challenge program so it would include more specific skill training, more mentoring, and action accountability, as well as a huge like a shift and focus on the mindset. And I was willing to pause my personal rank goals for a bit so that I could get down and dirty with my team leadership and make sure that they knew these things, make sure that I wasn't just assuming that they knew some of the nitty-gritty details of building a business. And I wanted to make sure they had that proper training, that proper support, and the relationship intact with me. So interesting things happened through that experience, not just for me, but for my leaders and their leaders, is that we started sifting through our team, and we started finding some people who really didn't want to build this as a business. They just weren't really in it, and they preferred to be sharers. And that was where we found ourselves in this new phase of rebuilding, finding the right people who truly desired the amazing benefits of this business. And we stopped trying to force people to be something that they're not. We let people be what they want to be. And I think that's the best benefit of our network marketing industry is when we can come to it and say, what do you want out of this? And I can show up and help you get there. We stopped trying to force the sharers to be the builders, and we stopped trying to force the builders to be leaders. And we just met people where they were at, and we offered them more if they wanted it. And then we honestly have to take personal responsibility for the rest of it and be smart about our structure, be smart about our placements, be smart about all those other things as we grow our business. So my journey to Diamond hasn't been perfect, but I bet yours hasn't either. No one's is. But this unexpected gift of Pre-Lead Plus is what has brought my team to become stronger and more committed and capable leadership. And we can let go of the people who have different desires and focus than we do. And it's creating a way stronger, solid team and foundation that benefits all of our long-term goals and success. And so I really want you to have a different kind of experience than I did. I don't want you to have as much struggle. I want you to know from the beginning and be super confident in building your doTERRA team. Some people just don't get it from the beginning. They don't know what they want, and so they don't see the light of what pre-lead is. But if you know what you want, this is the way to get it, okay? I want you to go faster. I want you to be better. I want you to know better from the very beginning of your business. And it just doesn't have to be so hard, and it doesn't have to take so long. But it does need to have the right skills training and the right mindset and the right kind of mentoring and leadership development. So it was really fun for me recently to visit with one of the people who use Pre-Lead on her team. Her name is Gail Williams. She's a actual Diamond leader from Georgia. She just hit Diamond a couple of months back. Just last October. And she started Pre-Lead a year ago for herself as a brand spanking new silver. And through her focus and her love and her attention with her team, just this October, she hit Diamond. And it is amazing for me to see her transformation. Like, it's awesome. You know that she's loving on her team, and her team is growing and it's making things happen. But what it does to you as an individual for choosing to step forward is pretty amazing. So here's what we're going to cover for these next 45 minutes or so. 3 secrets that I think will transform your business and help you know that this is the path that you need to take to move forward in your business and make the kind of changes and impact that you want. Okay. So the first secret is how Pre-Lead Plus is the only program set up to prepare you for the massive growth coming to doTERRA. Second, the 6 mindset beliefs that make or break every business builder. And then the third secret is the top 10 skills that keep your business humming with new customers and new leaders, helping you reach your goals in record time. All right. So are you guys excited? You want to get into this? I hope you do, because it's going to be awesome. So let's talk about how Pre-Lead is first set up to prepare you for massive growth that is coming to doTERRA. So have you ever heard people say, oh, it's just the people in the beginning that get, the benefit of a network marketing model, or just if I had got in 7-9 years ago, I would be totally different place and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of false conceptions about success in this business, but there's something you need to understand. There's a difference between the person who was attracted to this business 7 to 9 years ago and the majority of people who are attracted to this business today. Okay. And I want to break that down for you because I think it's super important for you to understand that there's different kind of people who are looking for different kinds of experiences. Okay. So we're going to talk about a theory called the law of diffusion of innovation real quick. And this is just a very basic explanation of how this impacts our business growth. Okay. And how it can impact your business growth, and how it will show you how Pre-Lead is that perfect tool for you to move forward with your business. So the law of diffusion of innovation is this concept of how ideas and products spread and how they become mainstream. So let me show you this image here. You see this bell curve. It will show you the trend of acceptance of this idea or concept or product over time by different groups of people. And let's start at the beginning of this bell curve. You see they label it the innovator, the 2.5%, okay, right here. The innovator is usually the first person to try a new concept or a product because they're typically on the edge of all innovation. And then you have the next category of people, which we will call the early adopters, and they're able to see the vision of the idea or the product's potential, and they also have the influence in place to take that product idea or concept and grow it. They build interest, they build momentum, okay? And so these first two groups, the innovators and the early adopters, they are willing to take risks. They are motivated by the vision of what's possible, and they don't have to follow a crowd. They just trust their gut and they go for it. They make it happen. They don't have to be told what to do or how to do it. They just find a way and they just do it, okay? So you'll see a lot of the people that are, from the very beginnings of doTERRA, they were the innovators and the early adopters, okay? You have like Gina Truman, who's head of the Truman team, which is over 500,000 people. You have the Chedevies, you have the Goddards, you have some of these big names. They are innovators and early adopters, okay? They're visionaries and creators, okay? And what happens is, for something to become mainstream and to create market dominance, you actually have to cross this divide. It's often called the chasm. It's this gap between the early adopters and the early majority. And the funny thing about this gap here is that it really is true. It's very real. There is a huge difference in the personality and the style of leadership and just what people want between the early adopters and the early majority. They're made from completely different cloth. And so that is where most businesses don't bridge that gap, is that they're not meeting the needs of the early majority. So let's talk about the early majority. They are often called pragmatists because they just don't take action until they have some kind of proof. And that's done through, they prove it through research and time and study. They want to know that the thing that they're going to implement into their lifestyle is safe. And so they don't like taking risks, you guys. They don't like adapting new concepts or new ideas into their way of life until it's proven, okay? They're highly analytical, and they're motivated not so much by the future, like the early adopters are. They're not visionaries as much at first. They are motivated by what's present, okay, what's possible right now. They don't take action on the most, on the possibilities. They take actions on the probabilities. And they want to stay with the pack. They just don't want to break away. They value the opinion of their peers. They want to be with their team, with their people. So they just don't want to break away from that. So, and then as you get to the later part of the majority of the population, you have the late majority, which are very influenced by the early majority. And then you have the late masses who really are just like your continual eternal skeptics, and you just can't, they'll never really figure it out. Okay. So the big key here for you and your business is this gap here. It's the chasm. How do you cross the chasm? How do you bridge this gap? And how does this relate to your doTERRA business? Okay, so you might find yourself relating to some of the aspects of this early adopter. You have a vision, but you also might find yourself relating to some of this pragmatist mentality of prove it to me first. I know this because I was hovering the fence of both. All right. The thing about this all is that people you're sharing the products with or the business with are most likely of the mentality of the early majority, which means they're going to need a lot of handholding and trust that this business or these products can work for them. You can't just say, go take this list and go do it, and then it will happen. There's not very many people who are as independent as that. They need somebody to show them the ropes. They need somebody to show them and help them be able to create success so that they can believe in themselves. And for you to be able to take your business to the next level, you need to be able to communicate with and provide that kind of a tool to those people on your team who need the hand holding. Now, I'm not going to say that everybody will, because everybody won't. Not everybody needs this kind of hand holding. But the thing that you'll come across is that even if they don't want the hand holding, as they build their business, somebody in their downline will. And if they truly care about that person, they're going to have to show up for them in a different way. And that's the difference here, is how can we support our teams, and how can we meet the needs of what people want? Not everybody wants to be a leader. Not everybody even wants to be a builder. Some people are very content with being a sharer or a customer. And so how can we show up and support our team in those ways and still have our businesses grow? So let me show you why I believe Pre-Lead is the perfect program to help you bridge this gap, this chasm, and help you take your vision and help other people in that early majority, that skeptic, pragmatist mentality, want to jump on board and build this with you until they get to their own confidence, that they sort of convert themselves from a pragmatist to a visionary. And that's what happened to me. I would definitely say that it took me a while to switch my mindset and belief to becoming more of a visionary and less a pragmatist. And that can happen in this business. Don't think that everybody's just in a little box and that's all they can do and ever be. People change, and we can allow for that. And this program will help you do that. So let's talk about, how does Pre-Lead help bridge the gap? Okay, the first thing that Pre-Lead provides for this gap is that it appeals to the pragmatist majority by its structure and by its accountability. It removes the fear that they're going to be alone and that they don't know what's next. Okay, this is huge for people to feel like they are not alone. So, we do that by having 8 weeks of this program, where we break it down into the first 4 weeks skills training and how they share the products. And then the last 4 weeks are about business, learning the business and sharing the business. Okay. So as you can see, that's the basic of it. Like ask, invite, referrals, present, teach, enroll, follow-up routines. And that is really the key, the foundation of every business. You do those things over and over and everybody will find success. And then you have the personal development, which is like the key you turn to make things actually work. And then you have business, invitation, rank and placement strategy, strength. What are your individual strengths as a leader and how do you support your team using those? And then learning how to be a self-leader and planning for your future. Okay. So wouldn't it be awesome to have a person on your team trained in all of this? Not just like go read this and then come back, but like really mentored by you. This program, Pre-Lead, is designed to get, if people really take it seriously, they can get to elite within the first month and structure for premier within the second month. So within 3 months, you could have a brand new premier on your team, if not sooner. So that's pretty amazing as well. So let's talk about the second thing it does. How does Pre-Lead bridge the gap again? It removes that risk of having to figure out the best practices of this business on your own. And this is appealing to that new builder because they want to, and to any new builder, because they want to know that this can help them remove that fear. Again, we're helping pragmatists move into that visionary role where they're stepping away from the prove me into the I see it now, I want this, and they make it for their own. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. The third thing that Pre-Lead does is, again, removing catering to the need of the pragmatist to tell me what to do and how to do it. Okay, the visionary doesn't need to be told what to do and how to do it, but the pragmatist, the early majority, does. And so when we provide a weekly call script that the mentor can take and read from, it takes the fear out of not knowing what to say and how to say it. It allows leaders to build their confidence by experience, again, reducing that risk for people to step forward as leaders. When they see that the script is already in front of them, and then they start doing that with their downline, their confidence grows. They don't rely on the script as much, but they know what to communicate, what to transfer, how to support. They become a better leader because of the starting scripts. Okay, so that's pretty awesome. And this is an image of what would be included in those mentor guidebooks with the scripts. And then there is the trifecta mentor model. I love this because it's combined with, there's a participant who might be your new builder, or maybe somebody who's stuck on your team who's not really growing but wants to. You have an accountability partner and a mentor. Now, sometimes the mentor and the accountability partner have to be the same person, but ideally, as your team grows, it's going to stretch out into but there's 3 different people on these in these weekly mentor calls, where you support your new sharer builder, your participant, as they grow in their skills training, as they grow in their experience. But what's so awesome about this, trifecta mentor model is that you're not just training a new builder, but you're training a new leader, because your accountability partner is experiencing leadership and mentoring in the process of being underneath your guidance. So you can help them where they might need it, and you can encourage them, you can support them, you can navigate things for them that they might not understand. And again, you are not just training a new builder, you're training a new leader, and you're, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Do I want to say that? But you're getting more for your experience out of this because of this model. And I love that. I love that it helps people grow in their confidence. And they, when they see the AP supporting this new participant, a new participant sees a new AP supporting them. Once they finish the program, that participant is so excited to take somebody else through this, because they know how it transformed them. They know how it's changing them, and they want to help that be the experience for another person. The last thing that I think Pre-Lead does to bridge this gap is that it brings in proof, okay? It brings in social proof that there's successful blue and presidential leadership diamonds from the Truman team that have provided graciously their expertise, their best of the best knowledge, proven and tested over time. And they provide this training to anybody who uses Pre-Lead. And these are pre-recorded videos that they can have access to, that they watch, and they get to learn from these amazing leaders who are a massive success already. And all these trainings become available to you whether you're on the Truman team or not. It's part of the Pre-Lead program. So pretty amazing, right? And I love that this program helps with all of that. Oops, this is the Truman team website. So sometimes we get to this place in our business, you're like, what's this image about? But I want to remind you about this, okay? I want you guys to realize that sometimes we think people should just show up, and we wait for people to do this business for us. I actually remember a time very young in my business where I was like, can somebody just lift this? This is really heavy. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this on my own. Can somebody else do this? And I just remember thinking, oh, that would be so much easier if somebody else had the vision, if somebody else had the motivation, if somebody else did it. And the reality is that nobody was showing up for me like that. And I had to take responsibility for my business. I had to take ownership. So you can't necessarily sit on your throne and just wait for your constituents to show up and be like, yes, let me throw my money at you. You have to get out there and do some work, okay? You have to take ownership for what you want to create on your team. The next generations of people, builders coming into doTERRA, which will be by far the largest amount we have ever had, they will want to follow somebody who they trust, somebody who has the plan in place that makes it safe for them to take the risk to build a business. And because, again, you can't just box people and say, because they're pragmatists, they don't have a vision. They probably just have a smaller vision. And so you want to help them show that they can expand their vision, and possibilities get bigger and opportunities get bigger. And you don't do that by just telling it to them. You show it to them. You live your business, you do your business, and that provides them a level of proof that they trust that they can move the business forward, okay? And again, remember, your team will be made up of the majority of customers. Next will come a lot of sharers, and then you'll have a next, chunk of people that will be builders, and then even a smaller majority of that will be leaders. Okay. So this isn't something to discourage you, but just the reality is that the way our businesses are set up, you're going to need to support all of these different kinds of people and what they need, and also streamline your time. And so Prelead helps you do this. Okay. Let me show you how Prelead helps you do this. Prelead helps you have pre-qualifications for people to complete before they even go through this program. If you're going to be investing an hour of your time, maybe even more every week to getting a new builder off the ground, you want to make sure that they're there to learn and ready to listen, okay? That they don't just take it for granted. And so we ask them to do pre-qualifications to show that they're prepared for this experience and that one-on-one mentoring. The smartest way for you to identify if somebody's truly a builder or a leader on your team is to give them something to do and watch how they go about it. Because if they don't, they're pretty much somebody you should just not, they're going to be sure. You can respect them as what they want out of it, but don't force them into being a leader. The committed people are going to have a level of focus and excitement, and they will start taking action as you give them direction. So that's going to be really important for you. The other way we help you support all these aspects of your team is how we divide the program. There's 3 different assessments that we do throughout the program. There's one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end of this 8 weeks. And these assessments are designed to have the participant themselves evaluate their own skill development as well as their own commitment level at different phases in the process. And that really allows you to know how you can support them better. Okay. So let's say you get into the program and by week 4, you realize that your participant really isn't putting in the time and effort to become a builder or a leader. And it's really obvious to them and to you that what they want to be is a sharer. And why is this awesome? It's awesome because now you have time to mentor and properly train other people on your team. But what you have already done is you've already properly trained and supported a great sharer on your team. That's awesome. Sharers are amazing. We love our sharers and we should support them and let them experience doTERRA the way they want to experience it. But you've given them the tools and insight and knowledge to help them get started in that, okay? And then the people who actually are committed, you can continue on with them from that 4th week till the 8th week to help them learn the business, not just learn how to share, but learn how to build. It's sort of like, I sort of imagine it like when we're sorting through our frankincense resins, we're looking for different grades of high quality. And some people can get frustrated by the filtering process that has to happen, but this is how you find what you're looking for. This filtering process is really important. And Prelead helps this process be less painful and more effective because the majority of people using this program love the element that it helps you put your time and attention to the people and in the places of your team that it's going to make the biggest impact so you can get closer to your goals. So just know that this program has incredible versatility in how it's going to support all aspects of your team from sharers to leaders and the duplication of that and the confidence shift from moving somebody who's a pragmatist to more of a visionary. And so it's going to benefit the overall growth of your team. All right, so you guys ready for the next secret, the 6 mindset beliefs that make or break every business builder? I love this topic because I remember coming to a place in my business where I had my own beliefs that were keeping me stuck. I remember I was a gold and it was just like this endless rank. And I remember one day in my living room, the thought came to me that said, you still don't trust this business. And I began to see that my weak point was my lack of belief and trust in the business model of network marketing. So instead of ignoring that the belief existed, I chose to get every book on Amazon that would teach me more about the virtues of this business model. And that choice that I made to focus on my mindset shifted so much for me. My energy, my confidence, everything shifted. And it was a big deal for me once I shifted that to help me move out of gold to platinum and to diamond. All right. So this business is really funny in how it reveals, the underlying of our icebergs, right? We see our life showing up above the surface and we wonder why? Well, the reason why is because of all that's happening underneath the surface. So we have to get down and dirty. We do need to understand that these beliefs influence what we choose to do or not do in our business. Okay. And I want people to be positive towards themselves. I want people to see their greatness. And sometimes those things under the surface are so scary, so vulnerable, but are so important for them to be able to make the shifts they need in their lives. Some people can believe that mindset doesn't really impact your business. You just do the thing, you just do the skills, and that's all you need. I just haven't seen that. That can get you to some place in your business, but there will always be a wall. There will always be a point where you have to address your mindset. And this business model, the people that, don't think personal development is important in this business, unfortunately, what they don't get is that this business model isn't centered around product. It's not centered around rank, and it's not centered around money. This business model is centered around people and relationships with people. And people are what makes this business move. And if our beliefs about ourselves create a certain energy or a certain confidence level that others pick up, they are either drawn to us or repelled by us. Have you guys noticed that? Have you noticed that when you're in a good mood, good things happen? Like more things that positive occur. The results of experiences are better versus when you're in a sour mood and the results of that. That's just what's going on. Okay. So if you want this business to move forward faster, you want to examine what are the thoughts, what are the beliefs that run my mind and rule my world. So let's talk about those, because when I developed the beginnings of this program, I had participants just focus on information and skill training. I had them also go through the program with no team accountability or support, just like a list of things to do and say, go for it. And I think a lot of people in this business still do that, where they say, here, and this is how you build a business, go. And they're like, why is she not moving forward? I can't figure out why this business isn't working for her. But anyway, as a side note, as people finished the program, they did know more, but they were not changed for the better. They didn't see themselves as leaders. They were just more informed. So I was building elite teams, but it wasn't helping them become premiers and move forward because they didn't see themselves capable of it. And that's where I knew I needed to add this accountability factor as well as this mindset training. And as much as I love this business and all the good doTERRA is about, the happiness that I really cherish is when I see people grow to love themselves, to see their unique brilliance, and to see that they have something special to bring this world. It's only something that they can bring out. And when they believe when they believe that they are not good enough and they're not capable or they're not lovable or they're not successful, they hide that brilliance. And we all suffer because of that. Our whole world suffers when people are choosing to not believe the good that is in them. So I know our beliefs will help us move closer to success. And our beliefs also build walls that keep away from success. So here's how we support our mindset in 2 key ways using Pre-Lead. First, during Pre-Lead, we focus on these 6 positive core beliefs that seem to be at the root of all our fears and all our struggles. They are, I am good enough, I am capable, I am successful, I am lovable, I'm supported, and my favorite, I am deserving. So wouldn't you want one of your brand new builders to have that kind of confidence and belief in themselves that comes from knowing these 6 things? Okay, from knowing and acknowledging and being aware that these beliefs do impact their lives. We go about, helping us reaffirm these beliefs within us by using tools like affirmations and affirmations. We do mirror work. We use our essential oils that are so amazing. We also use EFT, which is also called tapping. We are looking to help people have every advantage and support in shifting their beliefs, not only impacting their business growth, but other areas of their lives where it's just going to pour over. doTERRA isn't just a one-trick pony. It does so many things for so many people. The second thing that we do is we have each participant who's made it to the last 4 weeks of the program read this book called Strength Finders 2.0 and take the test. We want them to know some of their unique gifts and their ways of going about life and relationships, because everybody does it slightly different. And then we help them learn that they can leverage those for their business. We want them to learn early on in their business that comparison is not where it's at. We don't want them to look sideways and say, oh, but she's doing it that way, or she's doing it that way. That she's better than me. I can't do this. And then it just creates a cycle of despair. But we want to inoculate them against that tendency to compare. We want them to help start their business in a way that's true to themselves, instead of believing that they should do something somebody else's way because that's how they do it. But we're trying to see how they can be their own authentic leader, how they can take their strengths, their gifts, and their talents and leverage those in their team and help their leaders do the same. It would be so boring if all of us were the same. And so let's find the good out of each of us and use that and leverage that in our teams to make the growth happen. All right. So I really love this part of personal development and of honoring each person and their unique, what they bring to the table, both in beliefs and struggle and challenges that they've had previous to in their life, but also the gifts and talents and abilities that make them unique and have helped them overcome and survive and move forward in their business. So that's a really important part of this business, of this program to me. So let's talk about the last secret. This is the top 10 skills that keep your business humming with new customers and new leaders, helping you reach your goals in record time. Okay, so let me share a secret with you. This business really isn't complicated, and this business has no shortcuts. It doesn't really. This business is about doing the simple things over and over and over again. And doing the simple things well, meaning we want to get better at those simple things. The basic skills it takes to build an elite team are the simple basic skills that will build a diamond team or even a presidential diamond team. Remember when I shared with you that I drew out my diamond team structure and that I needed to help more people get to elite? I didn't want just the elite volume, it turns out. It turns out what I wanted was elite leaders, people who were competent, people who were committed to building their business and achieving their goals, as well as developing themselves as a person. And Prelete helps you build these kinds of leaders by two ways, okay? By one, focusing on the basic skills and practicing them regularly with support, okay? The second way is that Prelete helps you communicate through a very specific vocabulary that helps the upline leaders know how to show up and support the participant in the way the participant needs. All right. So it avoids so many problems because we're all on the same page with how we're developing these skills. So there's no shame, there's no struggle, as much as there's how can we help you move to the next place on that. So what are these 10 skills? These 10 skills are asking clarifying questions, learning what people want, okay? And then determining their interest level in what you bring to the table for them. Scheduling one-on-ones is so important, learning how to schedule those, get those appointments on the books, learning to invite people to classes, learning to how they ask for referrals, learning to share samples, learning how to present, prepare the environment for learning how to teach in that environment, learning how to enroll people and close the sale, and then membership overview, getting them prepared for, success in what they choose to do with their products. So, I really think these skills, again, are not, it's not going to be something that is crazy hard. It's just taking practice. If 80% of our time was focused on these skills, just these, and then 20% of our time was focused on team management and mentoring, we would constantly be growing. And I know not everybody balances this out perfectly. I know I don't, but that's the idea. Okay, that's the ideal. When we bring on new builders, that is the time and the place for hand-holding to happen. We can show up, we can train them and support them and give them tools, the scripts, and the opportunity to practice all these skills in a safe place. And so by the end of Prelete, we want them to know that they can be self-leaders. They have that solid foundation of an understanding of who they are and what skills makes this business hum along and what they need to place their time and attention to, to up level to a better leader. So I had told you guys we have these assessments throughout the program, and I want you to know um, how we do this. We want to know what level each individual is at, each participant is at with each skill level. So there's there's 10 skills here, right? And we take each of these 10 skills and we break it into 4 development levels. Down here at the bottom, you see D1, 2, 3, and 4. And each of these stand for a different level of confidence and development. D1, for example, would be somebody who is like, let's say on the skill of scheduling a one-on-one. They are like, yeah, I want to like book 20 appointments this week, but they don't really know how. And so as we support those people, we would show up in a more directional way where we give them very specific direction, but they don't need the motivation and support because they're just going to go make it happen. Okay. Because they're already super excited. But when it comes to somebody who's saying, hey, I'm a D2 in this skill, let's say on teaching, they say, I feel like I'm a D2. In that place, we give them a lot of support and a lot of direction. That's how we coach them in that D2. We show up as S2 for them. We support them in that place because that's what they're needing in that framework, okay? And so when we have this kind of vocabulary where we know where each of your participant is saying, hey, I'm a D1 here, D2 here, I'm a D4 here, and I'm a D2, you know how to support and encourage and guide your participants because they're telling you exactly what kind of support they're needing, okay? This, like I said earlier, it avoids so many problems. It makes frustration like not there because you can show up and help them and encourage them and let them grow in what they need to do in their business. It just, so many communication headaches are avoided because you have this common vocabulary. Let's see here. Pre-lead is really more than just running somebody through a program so you can get their sales and volume and then help you reach your rank. It's so much more than that. It's about developing people, developing relationships. It's about developing skills and mindset that allows people to step into their own brilliance, even if it is in a baby step manner, okay? You don't want to create a diamond team that happens only because of your singular efforts. You want to develop leaders who will run with you, not just to diamond, but beyond diamond, okay? Before I reached diamond, I remember wanting to study the process of how diamonds were actually created in a way that made, them so prized and so valuable. And I remember reading about them. I watched YouTube videos about them. I studied what creates the value from one diamond to the next. And this is what I wrote in my journal as a summary to my study. And I want to share that with you, okay? I wrote, a diamond, cut or uncut, will always be a diamond. The monetary value and brilliance of a diamond comes from the hours and the precision given to the cut and polish so that it reflects the greatest amount of light. You are and always have been a diamond, but the question is, will you let yourself shine? So my question for you is this. Let me ask you this question. If you were to apply these 3 secrets that I've shared with you today, start secret number 1 and started using the pre-lead structure and outline to support new builders so that you could be prepared for that massive growth. Secret 2, if you started applying these 6 mindset beliefs so that you can start changing the way you think about you and about how your builders think about themselves. And then the 3rd secret, practicing these basic skills of our business and supporting your participants as they do the same with that shared vocabulary, preparing them to become self-leaders where you're not, for a lifelong hand-holding experience, they take ownership in their business. If you were to apply these 3 secrets, do you think you could be successful? Do you think that you could reach diamond or blue diamond or presidential diamond? Do you think that that could be your experience? I would love for you guys to share that in the comments where your confidence level is with that. What if I could show you that it really could happen faster than normal? The average time to reach the rank of diamond is actually about 24 plus months. I know mine took beyond that. But if you're applying this program to your team and partnering with people who are competent and who are committed, you could actually potentially reach the rank of diamond within 10 months or even 16 months, depending on if you want to go on a fast track or more of a pacer track. This is a breakdown that I have in the manuals to help people realize that even if you were only to hit elite within the first 2 months of this program, and then you helped your downline duplicate that same every 2 months, you have a new elite showing up on your team, and your leaders did the same thing, you would reach the rank of diamond within 10 months on the fast track. And if you did the more pacer track, if you guys can see that on months 15 to 16, you would also reach the rank of diamond. But the coolest thing here, guys, isn't that you just hit diamond, but your downline, your leaders, your business partners are on track to do the exact same thing, and that they can hit diamond. And so by the end of 14 months, not just you are diamond, but they are diamonds with you. Like, it's not just about you. It's also about everybody else stepping up and getting out of this what they want here too. So partnering with those people who have that vision and that goal and that dream, and you showing them that this can happen with Pre-Lead, helps them have a path to follow and being willing to take that risk with you. Crazy cool, right? I hope you guys see that, and that's pretty exciting for you too. So let me ask you another question right now, okay? How many of you are excited about everything that we've just talked about? Oops. And how many of you are just a tad bit overwhelmed about that? Maybe you feel like one of these two pictures today. That's totally fine. Like, I know we've covered a lot of information today, and you might want to watch the replay just to see if you can grasp things more. But I want you, for those of you who feel like you're ready to move forward because you feel that hope in your gut saying, you can do this, I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes going over a special offer that I've put together to help you get started using Pre-Lead for your team. And it starts with this mentor package. Here's what you're going to get when you start with Pre-Lead. You purchase the mentor package so you can access all of these tools that you will be able to utilize for your team and help your team grow to diamond and beyond. So the first tool is the mentor guidebook. It's a digital mentor guidebook. It has all the weekly call scripts, which are so super valuable for you and your new builders, so they don't have to feel that overwhelm of knowing everything before they start leading. So they know what to say and how to say it. And for people who don't want to be tied down to a script, it gives you an outline of each week's call so they can ask those key questions and make it their own too. So again, it has the program overview, it has all the scripts, it has all the assignments and all the key questions to ask. And that's the program structure. Those 8 weeks of calls are all in that program guidebook. This digital mentor guidebook is valued at over $1,200, you guys. Like, I'm trying to take something and put it into a number. It's somewhat difficult for me to do because the potential for duplication of just this guidebook on your team is crazy. And but how many new builders can you launch with such a powerful foundation of knowing what to say? How much do you value your own confidence in knowing how to lead your team? And so that's why we value it at $1,200. Some of you might be thinking, hey, I don't have a supportive upline to mentor me, and I'm here on my own. And this is my response to that. This is for you. This program is for you too, because you can take yourself through the program. You have all the words, the questions, and the tools right in front of you, and you get to be the pioneer. You get to be the leader that stands up and says, this is what I want, and this is what I will do. And you just charge forward. You inspire your team to follow you. So pretty awesome. The second part of this mentor package is the actual accountability partner guidebook. You get this for your own reference. This has the program overview for the AP, their scripts, because they also participate in speaking on the weekly calls. There's a participant assessment tracker and a participant support tracker in there that you should print out as the mentor, even if you're acting as the AP as well, because it helps you stay organized. It helps you stay focused on what your participant is needing throughout the program, and keeps you on top of it so you don't, get lost in the shuffle. This is what would be included in the AP guidebook. some of those call scripts, their assessment sheet, their weekly support, how you're showing up for them, keeping notes on that, and just staying organized as you move through that, okay? It's a tool that's really great for the AP to feel like, hey, I'm getting the groove of this, I'm learning how to be a leader, and they have that confidence growing within them. All right, so that AP guidebook, also incredibly valuable. It doesn't have the complete scripts of the program, but it has enough to help them feel connected to those weekly calls. So that's a $300 value. So you're gonna get the mentor guidebook as well as the digital AP guidebook when you get the mentor package. And then the participant guidebook, this is so valuable. If you're brand new to the business or even an oldie like me, how helpful do you think it would be to have a personalized reference book with scripts, with tools, with the references, all cater to your unique way of doing this business? This booklet, it's not really a booklet, it's over 100 pages of worksheets and reference pages that will help you become your builder's Bible, I guess you could say. It's the personal record of everything that they've learned in their mentoring calls. It's their place to record and reference any helpful information. And it also includes a planner. So again, the participant can stay organized, stay focused while they go throughout this program, feeling like they know where they're at and stay on track with that. So these are some of the images of what that planner looks like inside, giving them reference guidebooks, agendas, referral scripts, planning, customer care sheets, like just helping them stay, creating frameworks for them so they know how to stay organized as they move their businesses forward. I can't tell you how much money I spent in the beginning of my own business with all these business tools that were coming out. And so what I really did buy everything. And what I put into this manual is the best of the best, the things that I saw as the best practices, the most consistent all across the board, to help every participant stay focused on what's really making a difference in their business. So this is really going to help you and your participants feel like they're on track with learning the key aspects of the business in a super organized fashion and help them get where they want to go with their business, okay? So just so you guys know, this is all for you, the mentor package. Your participants who go through the program or your APs who go through it with you, they do not have to buy the whole program. They're just buying the tools that they need, and they're very reasonably priced for them because they don't have as big of a vision as you do yet, and they don't need all of the tools that you need as they start their businesses. They just you have them get their tools and move up the ladder as needed. Okay. So, oh yeah, and that's the planner for the participant planner. So again, the mentor package will include for you the digital mentor guidebook, the digital AP guidebook, the digital participant guidebook, and their planner with a total value of over $1,600, okay? So everything's digital these days. I used to mail things out, but that gets expensive when you're doing international. So that is why it's all digital, to make it easy and accessible for everybody involved. Also, I have a membership site for you guys to access all the materials as well as the resources that the participants will need. So when they purchase their program guidebook, for like the participant guidebook is like $15, they also get access to this website with their unique information in there that unlocks different things depending on what the people buy. So the participant materials and support section is unlocked for a participant. You as a mentor get everything available to you. So this tool becomes where they go to get their weekly assignments, their weekly videos, and there's the things that they're going to need to move forward. Okay. So again, normally people would pay for an online membership access kind of thing. They would pay anywhere from like $20 to $40 a month for something like that. And we provide that to you in this mentor package for free, but it has incredible value just for that. So we're bringing the total value of everything with the guidebook, the mentor guidebook, the AP guidebook, the participant guidebook and planner, the membership site access, total value of $2,000, okay? And The last part of this offer that I want you to know is that our business does grow. Our business does change. And I can't tell you how many times I had to repurchase business tools because they went out of date. And I really don't want Prelete to be like that. I want it to be something that you can trust, something that grows and evolves over time so that you don't have to be paying for it, which is why when you purchase the mentor package, you have lifetime access, okay? You also get access to our Facebook group, where you have mentor support, access to me, and really where you can get your questions answered. So pending any unforeseen circumstances, this is what the program will be. You get that complete deal. All right, that's the mentor package, and it does have a total value of $2,100. Now, obviously, I'm not going to charge you guys $2,100 for this program, but if it was $2,100 and it helps you reach the rank of diamond, where you're making, you know, $10,000 to $16,000 a month, would that be worth it to have a one-time cost of $2,100 to get there? If, you know, I just want you to think about this, okay? If all Prelete did was help you feel prepared and ready for the massive growth of doTERRA's leadership and your own team leadership, would it be worth it? If all Prelete did was help you change your mindset, and then changed your team, help your team shift their mindset as well to see their greatness and live up to their potential, would that be worth it? Would be worth that cost. If all it did was help you have greater solid skills training, more organized in your delivery and practice for you and your upcoming leaders, would that be worth it? Right? I want you guys to know a little bit about me. I fiercely believe in the mission of doTERRA, and I believe in creating powerful leaders of leaders and people who are their best and authentic selves. And I could charge $2,100 for this program easily and maybe share it with less people, but they would have, and they would have great success by implementing it. But because of my vision, and I want more people to be successful, I want to keep the cost of the program lower, allowing more business builders from, you know, the very first stages of their business to have access to this kind of training so they can make smarter decisions in the beginning and grow their diamond team. So sometimes oops, I missed that slide. That's why I just think it's so awesome that I only charge $197 for this complete package, for you to start changing the direction of your team, to start creating consistency and systems and hope in moving your business forward, okay? And just let's think through the logic of just this cost itself of $197. Think about this with me real quick. If you were to successfully take just one of your own personally enrolled builders through the Prelete program and they reach the rank of elite, that in just Fast Start bonus in that 2-month period, okay, that would generate $600 Fast Start bonus for them, and then $300 of Fast Start bonus for you. All right, that right there pays this program for itself, okay? Now, if you did that with all of your leg leaders and you build your, 4 silvers, you would generate $1,200 in Fast Start bonus from just starting off your 4 silver leg leaders just there. Now, if you helped your leaders do the same, that would create another $1,800 in Fast Start bonuses alone, okay? So can you just see, like, as you're going to only generate money using this program. It's only going to create more money for you. And as you, like even the structuring of it, as you duplicate, as you build smarter and wiser and have the confidence in doing that, you're going to create things like a consistent $1,500 power of 3. That's another $18,000 a year in additional income. And all of this happens because you step forward and you take ownership of your business and you know what you need to do and you do it, okay? So this program is paying for itself many times over, and you can probably see why it's totally worth $2,100 at least. But I want to see you and I be successful in our businesses, and that's why I've made the price just $197. So at this point, you have 2 choices, right? 2 choices. One is to do nothing, and if you do nothing with the information that you've learned today, well, you're just not going to get anything out of it. That's fine. That's your choice. Or you can take all that excitement that you have inside of you and put some faith in yourself and in your team and trust that you are capable to step forward as an amazing leader. You are capable of growing and developing and seeing your goals achieved and helping other people reach their goals too. So the real question for you today, I guess, is this: is Pre-Lead worth applying to your business and to your team, even if it only did half of what I'm sharing with you that it can do? So that's the question that only you really can answer. So I'm going to share with you this slide just to see the full package. If you're ready to purchase this program and you know that it's going to make a difference in your business, I'm going to post the link for you to click on and go purchase it, or else you can go to preleadplus.com and purchase the mentor package right there. It is, again, just $197, and you get so much out of this. And I want to see you be successful in implementing it and transforming yourself and transforming your team. So again, with the mentor package, you get the digital mentor guidebook with all the scripts and the program overview. You get the digital AP guidebook so you can stay organized as you take participants through and you're starting this program with your team. You get the participant guidebook and planner, so you know what your participant is using and seeing. You get the membership sites with all the links for you, as well as you have access to everything your participant will see. You get access to the mentor support Facebook group, and of course, lifetime access and updates, which is just super awesome that you guys don't have to pay for that over and over again. So is there any questions? If you want to post them in the comments, I'll come back here and check what's going on here. Hey, Carrie. Yes, you can do this. I know that. That is awesome. I'm glad that you want it. I'm glad that you want it. That's so great for you. When you go to preleadplus.com and you click on to purchase the mentor package, just enter your contact, your full name, then your email address and your phone number, and then will be asked for your credit card information, and then you'll be done. And then once you'll get to this next screen. Make sure you click on create your personal members account. You'll get that also in an email if you don't hit it on this screen. And then also join our Facebook group. Let me know that you want to be part of our community and introduce yourself. Let us know what's going on with your business and how you're looking for Pre-Lead to help you with that. If you do have any questions, you can also email me from there. Again, it's $197, super valuable. I love the things that I hear from people who are using it, the ways that it's developing and changing them. Like, it's changing their mindset and it's helping them see themselves differently. These are some of the fun things that people have shared over the last year with us. Tanette, I've been in a leadership role with doTERRA for a year now and have been afraid to own that, afraid to mentor others because I didn't know what to say, how to do it, or when. And Pre-Lead has given me all the tools, the plans, and the scripts to step into mentoring others with confidence and allowing me quickly to become the leader I want to be. I love that. That gives me so much satisfaction to see somebody say, I got this, I can do this. It's so cool to hear that. Lori Braith, she said, taking this program as a participant has been a game changer for me. It is giving me the confidence and tools I need to successfully grow my business. I'm 3 weeks into the program and have had more action and momentum than I've had in the last year and a half trying to figure it out on my own. The best part is that it's an easy process and I will be able to utilize the program to grow and mentor my team. Thank you, Tamarah. So I love it all across the board. I love seeing people grow in their confidence as a builder and growing in their confidence as a leader, and seeing the impact that when we grow our doTERRA businesses, the mission of doTERRA is spread and only people's lives are benefited because of it, because of how awesome our company is. So I hope you guys will remember that. I hope you will value what you are part of and the good that you're bringing to this world because you're choosing to invest in yourself, get this program, and start building your team in a completely new way with more focus, more intention. And it's not just about getting the sale, but it's about developing leaders of leaders and changing people's lives completely. So thank you again, you guys, for being with me on today's webinar. I really appreciate your time, and I appreciate that you've wanted to be here and made the time to be here. So thank you. And if you do have questions, you can feel free to email me them or message me them on Facebook. And let's get you going. Let's get you started, because this is awesome and you deserve it. You deserve success. You're bound for success. It's right here waiting for you. And you just have to claim it, own it, and step forward into it. So thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. And a happy Thanksgiving. We won't be doing this live call next week because of Thanksgiving, but the following week we'll be back live to share. So if you have upline or downline that you want to help them catch the vision of this program, get them to go to preleteplus.com and register for the live webinar so that they can also be informed and as excited to participate with you in this program. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.